Has this weekend and the data we are seeing changed your mind at all?
No, I don't think the small ball stuff is going to matter very much. And I want to point out one thing. I want you to make me a promise. You will not say two words in this interview. The two words are, "we'll see." So all these television pinheads getting paid a lot of money, this is what they bring to the audience of the United States. We'll see. A 5-year-old can tell me that. All right? Give me more. All right, to answer your question.
Oh, wait, you're not going to make me promise? You just said I'm supposed to make you a promise. You didn't even give me a chance.
Well, I'm assuming you will, because if you don't, I'm going to mock you from here to CNN. All right? So I don't know anybody who's changed their mind about either candidate in the last week. I think that the Madison Square Garden Puerto Rican stuff hurt Trump, but Biden saved him by calling all Trump supporters garbage. It wasn't a complete save. It was about an 80% save. Now Donald Trump's run out of gas. There's no doubt it. He's just run out of gas. Trump's always been an entertainer as well as a politician. That is not a good combination. It isn't. And there isn't any other president, when you read my book, Confronting the Presidents, there wasn't one other president, not 45 men, who was an entertainer as well as being a public servant. Trump wants to be funny at his rallies. He wants to be provocative. He wants the people to get up and down. He wants a rock concert type atmosphere. It worked in the beginning. Now I think it's hurting him a bit.
Yeah, The Atlantic, Tim Alberta had a piece out. We linked to it today in War Notes. Inside the ruthless, restless final days of the Trump campaign. The subheadline, what's discipline got to do with winning? A few things here, right? The Trump campaign denies everything in the article, but people who've covered the Trump campaign and covered Donald Trump, it reads like something that would happen every day in Trump world. The fact that people are still leaking 10 years later about it tells you so much. But that whole thing, what's discipline got to do with winning? I think what you're saying, I'll do a ... After 10 years, he still hasn't learned.
Well, he doesn't want to learn.
So you agree with me? So you agree with me that if he loses, it's because of himself?
If I were running the Trump campaign, he'd be up by 10 points. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's absolutely true. Because I have a good rapport with
so you would get
Trump.
Donald Trump to do the things that Chris LaCivita and Corey Lewandowski and Susie Wiles, all these other people who have told Donald Trump what to do, and he won't listen, he would listen to you. What would he be doing exactly?
Yeah, because I give him a plan B. The way to approach Donald Trump is not to tell him not to do something, because then you're pretty much certain that he will do it. Mm-hmm. But a plan B he will consider, because everything's a negotiation. So, number one, The Atlantic magazine is a piece of garbage. All right, it uses anonymous sources to advance its own political agenda. No one reads it. It's responsible for a lot of false stories. And Leland, you and NewsNation should not be associated with that magazine in any way, shape, or form. More troubling is the Wall Street Journal, which is a good publication, who on its second page today put an article about how the Proud Boys are supporting Donald Trump. I think maybe there are 33 Proud Boys in the country. Most of them are probably in prison at this moment.
But there's some in their mother's basements.
Why would you do that?
There's some in their mother's basement. There's some in their I understand people's mocking The Atlantic, and I hear you. Jeffrey Goldberg clearly has an agenda.
I'm not mocking it. I'm saying it's a worthless piece of garbage.
Okay,
because it's dishonest. That's all. That's what it is. Now, the Wall Street Journal, though, that's a much bigger thing. And for them to focus in on the Proud Boy. Do you know any Proud Boys, Leland? Have you ever met a Proud Boy? Because I haven't, and I know thousands of people. I don't think there are any Proud Boys on Long Island or New York City. Maybe there are, But why would you devote major space in this campaign to saying a few nuts support Donald Trump? I can counter with, there are plenty of nuts supporting Kamala Harris. Why bother with this? And that's why people have tuned out. So what's happening now and for the last 5 days doesn't matter. What matters is turnout.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.